years, 6 years, 7 years more. It's a cycle, okay? It's happened, it's something cyclical about it. That's why you got to understand the constellations. Because if you don't understand that this is part of a cycle in a circuit, then you're going to be keeping Passover in the 11th month or the 10th month. You're not going to be keeping it on the right day. Everybody understand? So you have to understand the circuits of the stars also. All right? Because the circuits of the stars is what's going to show you where you are in the year. The circuits of the years. Read the next one.
And the positions of the stars.
The positions of the stars, okay, is part of the positions of the stars is part of determining where the month and the year, the holiday is going to be also. So he understood what? The study of stars is called astronomy. So Solomon understood astronomy. He understood where the planets were, what the planets were doing there, and how often the sun and the moon and the earth were going to interact or pass by this particular set of stars or whatever, because it's all fixed. So he knew how to take this information and process and say, boom, this is what we're going to do, this is how it needs to be done, this is how the holiday is going to be, and so on and so forth. He can show us how to do all these things. That was Solomon. Now this is all just dealing with the new moon, because these times and these scriptures that we're talking about are relative to time and timekeeping, because that's what he told us in Genesis 1:14. Seasons, all right? Is that what he said? He said signs, seasons, days, and years. Let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years. So to get a better understanding of the signs, seasons, days, and years, we need to get a better understanding of what? Of the circle of stars. To understand the circus of years and the position of the stars. So these circle of stars are already in a certain position. And when the sun lines up with when the moon lines up with the sun in one of these constellations, that's when we have a new moon. That's when we take time out and say, we're going to go before Yahawah and bow down before him, which is what the word worship in the different scriptures, like in Ezekiel chapter 46, the word is going to be to bow down. All right? The word is going to be to bow down. All right? So now we see that sun, moon, and stars, and he created the stars and made a circle of stars. That was in Genesis 1:14. Now let's go to Genesis chapter 1. We read 15 also. Now let's go to verse 16.
And God made two great lights.
So Yahawah made two great lights. Okay, go ahead.
The greater light to rule the day.
The greater light to rule the day, which is called Hashamash, which is the sun. He made the sun to rule the day. Go ahead.
And the lesser light to rule the night. He made
the lesser light to rule the light, which is what? Yasharahla, or the moon. So the moon was made to rule the night. There's a special word. The moon is called Yarak in the Hebrew. But you have two special words for the new moon and the full moon. The full moon is called Laban, which Laban means white or bright. Like Laban, Jacob's father-in-law, our great-great-grandfather on our mother's side was Laban, all right? It was Yahawah's father-in-law, the father of Leah and Rachel, Rachel and Leah's Abba. Okay? So now we got that. So now you have Yahawah and you have the Laban. His father was called Laban. So of course, remember Laban means white. Then the new moon is called what? What's the new moon called? I can't hear you. Chaadash. That's how you say new moon. And Chaadash also means what? New moon, month, and just new itself. Okay? Like you say I got a new book. You will say Sapar Chaadash, book new. Okay? If you say, what month we in, you will say Chaadash. Okay? And if you would say this is the new moon, you would say chaadash. So new moon, month, and new moon and month are all the same word. New month or month